Hello! It's me, Adam Freefall, and today I just wanted to... I don't normally do this type of content, but to be honest, this video looked good, and when I was about halfway through it, I thought I have to do a reaction to this, so if I'm able to, I don't know how other people manage to do reactions without people jumping down their throat about content theft. This isn't content theft, I'm just reacting to a video, a very well made video actually. This guy, great job, honestly, you should check him out. But it's a video about some content creator, or let's say troll, rage baiter, from back in the old classic Wild West days of YouTube. Chad Warden, the Ballin story of YouTube's first troll. Yep, this guy here, let's see if I could bring up his YouTube handle real quick. Yeah. So go check this guy out. I'll put a link in the description if I can, because why the hell not? This is a good video, and I have no doubt that the rest of his content is also very informative and fun to watch. But again, I don't normally do this content, I just thought it'd be a bit of fun and something different. And let's face it, I see a lot of people online, especially VTubers these days for some reason, doing a lot of reaction to old shit. So I figure why not watch this guy, since this is talking about some really old shit. Like, this isn't just Vanos Crew and fucking Jacksepticeye and old stuff like that. Guess what? I grew up watching that shit. That ain't old to me. That's my timeline. If I go back and react to Vanos Crew videos, that's not me thinking, why don't we have comedy like that today? That's me being nostalgic about the shit that I grew up watching. Classic Jacksepticeye? Fucking hell yeah. Vanos Crew? 100%. My absolute go-to. Fucking PewDiePie, man. And Markiplier, I am so happy that that Iron Lung movie has actually worked for you, buddy. Seriously. I was a bit skeptical because I thought a YouTuber making a film about a game is probably going to be a lot better than a Hollywood studio making a film about a game, let's be honest. But, like, what can a YouTuber do on a YouTube budget? Although, I have been surprised in the past. There are fan channels out there that make fan movies, a lot of which are kind of low quality and but some of which are pretty damn good. I mean, if anyone heard of Bat in the Sun, one of my favorite productions from them is they do a lot of like Batman fan films, but one of my favorite from them is something called Dying is Easy. That film is really good. I would urge you to check that one out. But Mark, as far as breaking into the movie theater scene as well and showing Hollywood's who's boss, hats off to you. Honestly, I cannot wait to see where you go next. And as a Brit who obviously can't watch Iron Lung because cinemas over here haven't been given that privilege, I really sincerely hope that there will be a way for people to watch this film once it's done with its theatre release, which hopefully won't be as soon as he initially thought, which is a good thing. Let's be honest, that shows promise. But anyway, enough about tooting Mark's horn. Let's see what this is about, because this honestly looks fun as all hell, and yeah, let's be honest, I only vaguely remember the old Wild West days of YouTube because I never had internet back then. So it was more what my friends were able to show me when I was over their house, not so much what I was able to find myself, because we never had a PC. I didn't really have any way of connecting to the internet till I started high school. And that was just my phone. Eventually we got a laptop, but that thing was crap. Anyway, let's see what Chad Warden, the Ballin story of YouTube's first troll. Honestly, this again, I've watched half of this video already. It seems fun, and I thought, well, the fuck not. So let's get into it.
I think it's about time we talk about one of YouTube's earliest and most beloved trolls, Chad Warden.
Sup, bitches? It's Chad Warden here.
Back in 2007, Chad Warden established...
Right from the start of the video, I fucking love this guy. I mean, I could get how at the time, people, especially when YouTube was such a niche thing at the time, it was still young, and people were mostly posting things that, you know, more serious videos of vlogs and stuff about their life and things. It was almost like video diaries, and you very rarely had anything for entertainment, and even then it wasn't really for the sake of trolling people. But you could tell this guy just by the way he presents himself. Some people from back then, well, a lot of people from back then, you can see why they would easily see that as like genuine personality. But with a modern mind going into this, I can already tell the guy is just acting up. I mean, like, come on, who the fuck talks like that? Even back then, that's insane.
Chad Warden here.
Back in 2007, Chad Warden established a rather infamous reputation for himself when he pissed off thousands of Wii and Xbox 360 fanboys with a video he uploaded to his channel. This now infamous video was titled "Why the PS3 is Better Than the Wii and 360."
Wow, that's wild, man. Honestly, fucking. I mean, I'll admit, I had both a 360 and a Wii, and I fucking loved those consoles. Like, probably the 360 more than the Wii, let's be honest. That's my fucking baby. And the reason why I didn't bother with getting a PS3 is simply because, in my opinion, yes, they had more games, which this guy is about to touch upon, but none of those games really interested me. Out of all the games they had, I still preferred Gears and Halo. And let's face it, my main reason for getting a 360, since at the time I'd only played handhelds, and I didn't really care so much about the games on the console, because even in that degree it was all new to me at the time. It was mostly just the controller design just felt a lot more comfortable to hold, so I just preferred the feel of the Xbox 360 controller over the PS3 controller. Plus, like, growing up, I grew to kind of prefer the integrated battery in the PlayStation controllers, but now I've kind of reverted back to kind of thinking, why don't we just have replaceable batteries? Because guess what, once those chargeable batteries break, at least with the 360 controllers, you can swap them out for the battery pack that allows you to do AA's, and just use rechargeable AA's, since rechargeable Duracells exist now. But, you can't really do that with a PlayStation controller. It sucks. I wish I could do that with my PS4 and 5 controllers, I really do, because I fucking love those controllers. But my god, the 360 is still the king in that regard, because once the battery goes on that thing, I still have ways of using it until the controller itself breaks. Plus, because of how easy it is to modify that controller, you can preserve it for a lot longer as long as you know what you're doing. With not just PlayStation controllers, but modern controllers in general, even modern Xbox controllers, they are a pain in the ass to fucking fix if they are broken. It's just easier to buy a new controller, and with the price of controllers these days, fuck that. I'm sorry. No. Why can't everything be built like the 360 controller? That thing was ahead of its time, and still is. Anyway. This is still a funny, though, so yeah, yeah, let's just...
I'm talking about that PS Triple. The PS Triple. I ain't talking about that Wii. That Wii shit. That little controller, baby, that looks like a dildo.
To many viewers, he seemed like some ignorant kid spouting off nonsense, and they would be enraged by his arrogant hot takes. Some got so mad that they would make angry videos respond.
It's been like a dildo. Oh my god, man. Fucking hell, that's funny.
Responding to him.
We have a plague that is infesting our YouTube accounts. We, of course, are talking about Chad Warden.
But little did they know Chad was baiting them. And
I love how seriously people fucking took it as well. And yeah, he is baiting them. Like, watching it now, you can tell that this must have been wild back in the day, I swear. Fucking hell.
He would continue to poke and prod at the respective console fanboys across a series of troll videos, resulting in one of the most memorable community moments in old school YouTube history. Today I'm going to tell you all the story of Chad Warden. We're going to talk about his trolling campaign on YouTube, and also what happened to him after he became an internet legend.
This is going to be fun. And advert. Uno momento.
This video is sponsored by Dashlane. Is the password to your PS Triple protected? Are the Xbox and Wii fanboys trying to hack your PSN?
If you want to see the sponsorship deal, yeah, you can check that out yourself. I mean, that's his thing. I'm not being sponsored, so I don't need to, yeah.
Will save 10% off their purchase of Dashlane Premium. So without any further ado, let's get on to the Chad Warden story.
Yeah,
Chad Warden created his YouTube channel over a decade ago on March 13th of 2007.
Oh my god, 2007, those were the days. God, now I feel old. I mean, I was still too young at the time to really know that this was going on, back when fucking Halo 3 came out. Again, I didn't even get a 360 until, like, 2010. Late 2009 going into 2010, I believe, when Reach dropped. But, at the time, I was still on handhelds. I didn't have really any way of internet. And especially back in 2007, I don't think, like, even when the Iron Man movie came out in 2008, I think it was like late 2009, or it might have been early 2009 when I got my first phone. And that thing was kind of crap. Lasted me about a week, and then it stopped working, even though I barely used the fucking thing. I don't know. It's weird how that works. HTC, what the fuck's that about? Anyway.
Smack dab in what I consider to be the old school era of YouTube. This was an interesting time on the site, a simpler time when viewers were content with watching carelessly uploaded facecam vlogs of people in 240p resolution.
Oh my god, hold on.
Discussing.
That can't be him. It looks like... Does anyone remember Philip DeFranco? I mean, he's still going. I'm sure he is, but doesn't this look like a young Philip DeFranco? I could be wrong, but it looks like a young Philip DeFranco. That would be wild if he started way back then. Holy shit. That would mean he's yeah, 100% one of the OGs. But nah, that can't be, but I'm interested now. That looks like Philip DeFranco. What the fuck?
A random topic, and this was considered acceptable content at this time. Not only were videos in this style acceptable, some...
And is it Jenna Marbles? I don't know. I mean, it's been ages, and the video quality is being upscaled to 1080 as well. Well, back then was like still, I don't know, 420, 720p at most. Yeah, the videos would have been a lot clearer than this because the resolutions would have been smaller, but so would the resolutions on most smartphones. So, yeah. But she looks like Jenna Marbles. I could be wrong, again. But she kind of looks like either someone who looks similar to her or, again, Jenna Marbles. But yeah, them... God damn, them were the fucking days.
Sometimes videos like this would blow up and go viral, especially if the discussion within the vlog...
Oh, yes, the Gingers Have Souls kid. I fucking love this guy, man. I mean, South Park ripped into him so hard, but at the same time, that was good. But, just know, man, if you're still out there, that wasn't out of hate. It was out of love. We love you. You are brilliant. Thank you for existing. Oh my god.
Was about some controversial topic. And this was exactly the case with Chad Warden in his first video, why the PS3 is better than the Wii and 360. Originally uploaded on the same day he joined YouTube, March 13th of 2007, viewers who stumbled across this video were likely expecting some rational and measured explanation as to why the at the time recently released PlayStation 3 was the technically superior Gen 7 console. But what they got instead was a series of braggadocious, nonsensical and baseless statements from some kid with slick back hair, a popped collar, and a Jim Jones intro talking about why the PS3 was the best.
Little did they fucking know. Oh my god, this must have been crazy, man. If only I wasn't too young in the day for this to, like, catch my attention, because I completely missed this shit. By the time I started with, like, the YouTube thing, it was, like, I think just past the early days of PewDiePie. Like, after he had started to really blow up after a lot of his horror gameplays, and, of course, the Dark Souls playthrough. But to a lot of people these days, that is still ancient history, so I probably still seem old, even though this technically isn't older than me, but it's older than I would have been to have paid attention to it, let's just say that.
Sup, bitches?
Oh my fucking god.
It's Chad Warden here. Alright, I'm talking about that PS Triple. The PS Triple. I ain't talking about that Wii. Everyone knows is that PS3 make the best games. Now I mean, nigga, Wii, what you got? Legend of Zelda. Who wants to play that shit? I need to shoot some niggas. Pow, pow. Sony's the bond, nigga. It's that true shit. Sony's true shit. And then we got these Xbox fans. About fans of the Xbox 360. We ain't doing geometry. We trying to play some games. Xbox ain't got games. Fuck Gears of War. More like...
Fucking... we ain't doing that. Oh, that's funny. I gotta go back to that. That is funny. The way... Oh,
and then we got these Xbox fans. About fans of the Xbox 360. We ain't doing geometry. We try...
Geometry! Because the name is 360. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when the Xbox 360 came out, it was an interesting name that definitely came a bit out of left field, because of course we were used to, like, PlayStation 2, and, you know, just adding a 2 to the end of it, because that seemed to be the meta at that point. But that is mainly, probably because, I mean, PlayStation did that, because no other console did that. Nintendo always, like, named their systems distinctly from one another. I'm not sure about Atari, but I think they probably did the same thing. I know Sega did with the Dreamcast, the Genesis. You know, they had just very different names for it. Plus, you had the GameCube. In fact, I can't even remember what console company, or what developer made the GameCube. That could have been a Nintendo console. Then again, it could have been a Sega console for all I know. I doubt it was a Sega console though, because that shit outlived the Sega console market, because again, Sega was acquired by Nintendo by that point, whereas the GameCube was still going alongside the fucking PS2. So again, I wasn't really, I didn't have proper consoles back then, so I don't really know myself. But all I know is about 360 onwards, because that's when I got involved in it. But at the time, having the whole number like 360 seemed okay, but by the time the Xbox One came out, that's when to me it started feeling stupid, because it's like you went from Xbox 360 to Xbox One. Bitch, the original Xbox is the Xbox One, and now we got Xbox Series. Make it make sense. At least PlayStation just numbers things, and Nintendo just thinks, well, if we got a new console that's completely different from the last one, we'll call it something completely different. And if we're making just an improved version of that console, we'll call it that 2, or that Lite, or that Slim, or I and 3D, because I don't know where the I came from, probably the camera, back in the days when cameras weren't spies, and the 3DS, because of course it was 3D. Snazzy. Oh well, but yeah, fucking hell. Like, I still love my 360, man, but I can see why people would criticize it. Obviously, this is just satire. But my god, I can also see why people would be so obsessed over these things back in the day. Maybe a little too much though, because they were only consoles at the end of the day. As much as I love my 360, it's more just that I got a lot of memories on that thing to preserve. I don't think it was the best console ever made by any stretch of the word. I just think that they don't make them like they used to, and part of me just wants to keep that console till the day I die, because it's got too many memories attached to it, and again, it still has a lot of life in it, and I hope it just continues to have that life. Anyway.
I play some games. Xbox ain't got games. Fuck Gears of War. More like Tears of War. niggas trying to talk about Halo. Halo 3. So
Halo 3. Fucking hell, man. But I love Halo. How dare you? That's one of my favourite FPS games. Fuck you. That's the game that got me into first-person shooters you're talking about here. Oh my god.
Sony always wins, baby. Sony always wins. You can't beat Sony. The PS Triple. $600 ain't shit to Chad Warden. Chad Warden wipes his ass with $600. You know, I need to play some HD games while I'm rolling my caddy. How am I supposed to get some honeys with a Wii? Get all the honeys with a PS Triple.
Play some HD's games while you're rolling in your caddy. How the fuck can you drive and play games at the same time? Oh god. Don't hate cause Chad Warden people. Oh, that's funny.
Now, watching Chad Warden's first video in the present day, it's rather obvious that he was trolling here.
Yeah.
The entire video was indeed an act.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't care how much you love Xbox. Why would you do this? That is... Oh god. I hope no one's doing this in the modern day. I hope this was definitely a trend that died back then, because that is one thing that we definitely don't need in this day and age. I don't care how much you love a console company. I love Steam, but I'm never getting anything like that turned to myself, because that milk may sour soon. It's happened to everyone else. I mean, hell, I know a friend who once went on about how much he loved Ubisoft, and I agreed with him because they were a great company. He said, I'd love to get a Ubisoft logo tattooed on my arm, and I thought, maybe an Assassin's Creed logo, a specific one from a specific era, or Prince of Persia logo or something, but the whole last company logo of a company that was good back then, but at the time was already starting to slip. Yeah, I could only see that going one way, and now, the way they are now, I'm so glad he never got that tattoo, because he would be going for laser removal so fast. That would have been such a waste of fucking money, and oh god. Fuck you, Ubisoft. Honestly though, I don't, like, at least this can grow out. But my god, like, don't ever be that obsessed with console companies or anything to get it tattooed or cut into your hair, because you never know how quickly the tide turns, and then you look back at this and cringe. You'll be like, this shit was cool back then, maybe, although I would argue even back then this is kind of cringe, because this is a bit overboard. Like, I love Xbox 360 as much as the next guy. Most I would have had is a fucking t-shirt. I wouldn't have got that shit tattooed on me. And again, nowadays, if I just had a standard Xbox t-shirt, I would probably, if it like was obvious that it was like an OG Xbox t-shirt, fair. If it was just a generic logo with no real way to tell what generation it came out on, then I would probably get the t-shirt altered by now and just have the 360 emblem slapped on there, just to like clarify that that's the era I got this t-shirt for. I don't care about modern Xbox. Modern Xbox can go fuck right off. That is just fucking cringe. Oh no.
And an intentional parody of the many various fanatical console fanboys that existed on the internet at this time. But you have to keep...
Yeah, people took like console fandoms way too seriously, man. Like, I love these consoles, but at the same time, I'm not like cutting my arm off for the sake of these consoles, you know? I'm not sacrificing anyone for these consoles. There's a line in the sand here that's being crossed.
Keep in mind that in 2007, people weren't as privy to the concept of trolling in general, and you had a lot of people falling for this, not seeing through the veil here. They really thought that Chad Warden was some dumbass kid who 100% wholeheartedly stood behind everything he was saying. Those who got baited by this initial video would seek retribution against Chad Warden for him disrespecting their precious 360s and Nintendos, resulting in Chad's comment section being set aflame with angry comments. His video was also downvoted to 2 out of 5 stars, and in the following days of...
Holy shit, that was back when they had the star system as well. That was before they had the like and dislike. My god, that really was the fucking inception of YouTube. That was probably just after YouTube actually became like a proper video app. Because for anyone who doesn't know, did you know that when YouTube was created, it was supposed to be like a dating app where you just upload videos, but like for the sake of, I don't know, trying to find a potential mate? Yeah, it was supposed to be a dating app. Oh, how the turns of table. That was just fucking videos and shit. Well, now it's gone far beyond videos. Now it's just brand affiliated bullshit. And to find genuine videos, you have to dig. Either that or just trends, which to some degree I get. On the other hand, it's bland, and I wish people would stop trends chasing so much, because it honestly, it's boring. I want to see unique shit, not people just say, that works, let's just do that 100 times until people get bored of it and move on. This is why the whole concept of memes, living and dying, gets old in and of itself. Because what happened to something that's funny staying funny? Well, it can't stay funny when they do it to death by constantly playing the meme over and over again until people get bored of it and say, okay, we're moving on, dead meme. And then you look back and you may find these memes still funny because some time has passed now. You can now appreciate what they were, but then all of these people are there like, what's wrong with you? Dead meme. What do you mean? It was funny back then, it's funny now. The only reason why people got bored of it is because they overdid it. But we've had some time in between now and then. A funny joke's a funny joke. If it's not funny now, then chances are it was never funny to begin with. And we were just swept up by the hype of it. Like how everybody found that Gundam style video funny. And it became an internet sensation, but now it's just cringe. That was just mass hysteria, because it was something that people had never seen before. But things like ASDF movie, there's another thing that people are now, that VTubers and whatnot are now reacting to. Yeah, that shit was genuinely funny and unexpected, and not all of it was brilliant, but I appreciate the craft, man. It was gold.
It being posted, he would receive over 200 video responses. These Chad Warden response videos often derided him for his seemingly misinformed opinions on console gaming, and others would criticize him for using the N-word and, for lack of a better expression on my end, acting gangster. Here are some of the guys that took the bait.
The funniest thing I've ever seen from a fanboy, and you've got your mouth so far on Sony's cock, it's not even funny at this point. You're a fanboy.
This is for Chad Warden. First of all, you fucking idiot. Nintendo had Final Fantasy first.
Oh, yo, I just got a phone call. I heard Chad Warden was garbage. What the fuck does it triple, you fucking dumb fuck? Like, yo, do you know what school is?
I bet you.
I love how seriously these people have taken it. That was so fucking funny. Oh my god. Oh no, I gotta see that again. That's just so fucking funny, man. I mean, that guy's comment was fucking ridiculous. Again, this was a different time when you could just say some wild ass fucking shit. Oh my god. Very different time. Oh yeah.
First of all, you fucking idiot. Nintendo had Final Fantasy first.
Oh, yo, I just got a phone
Nice.
call. Her Chad Warden was garbage.
Captain Marvel poster in the background as well. And yes, before you people say that's Shazam, back then it was called. He was still called Captain Marvel. I'm sure they changed the name. Yeah, because Marvel made a character by the same name, despite the fact that I think DC made Captain Marvel before Marvel made Captain Marvel. And the only reason why Marvel kept the Captain Marvel name for their character is simply because the company's called Marvel. So they had more claim over the name, but I'm sure this version, Shazam, who was I'm sure he was the original Captain Marvel, and they changed it because it's just like, well, Marvel is Marvel, so it makes sense for them to have a character called Captain Marvel. This just feels like a jab at Marvel, even though it wasn't. So they changed it to the word he says whenever he transforms, Shazam.
What the fuck does it triple, you fucking dumb fuck? Like, yo, do you know what school is?
I bet your dad is some big rock star, right? Wow. Why? What's your problem?
If your name is Chad and it's followed by Warden, you can't say nigga at all. You just can't. First off, have you seen your face? You look like two peanuts had a fight and mutated each other together.
Many of these
The fuck does that even mean? Oh, I love it. I fucking love it, man. Oh, this is funny.
critical Chad Warden response videos would garner tens of thousands of views,
Brilliant.
and the audience reception to them was generally mixed, as you had Chad Warden fanboys and Chad Warden haters duking it out in the rating section and the comment section. Many
And in the blue corner.
people despise Chad Warden and flock to support any negative videos made about him. But on the other hand, there was a slowly growing group of supporters who came to identify and respect Chad's trolling, becoming genuine fans of him. With just one video, Chad had
love that
become one of
video.
the most divisive
That image,
figures
I mean,
on the
that's so
entire
good.
YouTube platform,
That's
and he was
gold.
only getting started. 1 week after Chad released his initial PS3 video, he would continue to flex on his haters by showcasing his Cadillac SUV. To give some context, owning a Cadillac and having a bunch of money was something that he claimed in his initial video, and this was a point of contention with many of his detractors. They refused to believe that this was really the case. But Chad would back up his statements in this video. He was really taking the trolling to another level at this point and was having fun with the braggadocious persona he had created for himself. Not
Braggadocious. I love that word.
long after this, in April, he would continue to lay it on thick and release the second and final installment of his Why the PS3 is Better Than the Wii and 360 video series.
Fuck yeah, now this is something that needed a sequel. All these people, all these companies these days make an unnecessary sequel to things that were meant to be standalones. Nah, this is what needs a sequel. This is the shit, man. Let's see it.
This one was chock full of what would become iconic Chad Warden catchphrases, notably ABAP or as ballin' as possible.
Okay, that's cool.
What's up, baby? It's Chad Warden. See, Wizzy, Big Poppy. Niggas trying to say that Chad Warden's some kind of fanboy. Alright, Chad Warden ain't no fanboy. Chad Warden just likes a sister that's the best, alright? That's
But again, by now, if they didn't cotton on to the fact that he's trolling, then then fucking hell, some of those people were truly dumb, because like even the way he speaks, there's no way, like I don't care what type of personality you have, absolutely no one speaks with that thick and arrogant tone, an arrogant black tone as well. No one speaks like that. Oh my god, it's never that thick. That is egging it on if I've ever seen it. That is like taking the idea of the arrogant black teen and cranking it up to 11.
that triple.
Fucking gold, man.
Xbox got that game Devil May Cry 4. Chad Warden don't give a fuck, alright? Let that nigga cry. If y'all niggas want a game for that triple, we got like Devil May run up on a nigga. Mario Party? Shit. That ain't no party. That's pussy ass party, alright? Real parties got some dro, you know, some syrup. Ain't one blunt in that game, alright? I ain't see 140 there. Niggas ain't even playing beer pong. What kind of party is that? Super Smash Brothers. You ain't got one brother in it. Not one. Alright, that shit was on that triple. Alright, Super Smash Brothers be getting like Dre, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, alright, Lil Jon. That shit be balling as shit. It was on that triple. Can't understand is that the PS triple stresses ABAB. Alright, I don't know y'all niggas know what ABAB means. Alright, ABAB means as baller as possible. ABAB. Hey, baby.
There it fucking is. There's the catchphrase, people. Fuck yeah. Sound the claxons. Round of applause. There it is. The fucking catchphrase. Oh my god. Brilliant, man. Birth of an era. Fucking love it.
As possible. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
After releasing this video, the supporters of Chad Warden had grown to become the majority, outnumbering his haters. Most of the YouTube community had come to terms that Chad was actually a rather clever troll who had successfully created one of the largest outrage-fueled response video crazes witnessed in the history of the website. He in many ways became an e-celebrity in 2007, and this is most clearly seen in the various YTMND pages, video remixes, and YouTube parodies created of his likeness. An interesting phenomena that was occurring alongside the ascension of Chad Warden's popularity on YouTube was the rise in popularity of the YouTube poop genre as a whole. Chad Warden's—
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, that is perfect. That is so good. Oh, I fucking love the YouTube poop genre. That was the best. That was my childhood, man. When I finally had a foothold on the internet and was finally able to watch YouTube videos, YouTube poop was literally my YouTube renaissance. That was my baptism into YouTube. And that alongside this guy, oh my god, that is a perfect combo. I fucking love it.
Videos were commonly used as source material for YTPs created at this time.
But you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say is
I'll allow former YouTube pooper and renowned copyright smuggler Emperor Lemon to explain how Chad became intertwined with YTP. Take it away, Imp.
People of Wavy's channel, it is I, everyone's favorite retired YouTube pooper, Emperor Lemon. And today I've been summoned here to talk about the influence of Chad Warden in the genre of YouTube poop.
This is the sports jock and Chad Warden. The Wii U is shit. The Xbox One is disgusting. The PS4's the best console. And Chad Warden is the king.
So Chad Warden, much like many other early YouTube memes, came out around the same time that YouTube poop was at its most popular point on the internet. And as a result, he sort of got adopted into YouTube poop culture as a whole. So similar—
How did I fucking miss this guy then? Because I fucking loved YouTube poop. Like, how long did he persist throughout the YouTube poop genre? Because I probably came into the YouTube poop genre as it was, like, on the decline. But I still loved the hell out of that shit. You know? God. And I remember when Vine was still a thing. God, them were the days.
This is the most beautiful day! They got helmets on their heads! But I got a watermelon instead! This is the most beautiful thing I ever seen! They're serving in my home! Made out of watermelon! Yes, Lord! This is glorious! Y'all thought I had a watermelon instead! But I got a team of pumpkin heads!
Similar to old-fashioned memes like Ouija, Over 9000, and This is Sparta, Chad Warden sort of became intertwined with YouTube poop in general.
Everyone knows is that Chad Warden give gay niggas $600 just to suck my dick. That shit is nice.
So, while many internet users today may have forgotten about Chad Warden, his legacy will always live on in YTP.
Thanks for the rundown, Imp.
Well, thanks for reminding me, or bringing this guy to my attention, because I've truly been missing out. Honestly, this is fucking gold, man. Like, all of these nuggets about the YouTube past, and it just makes me wish things were as simple as they were back then now, because YouTube is so fucked now, I swear. I mean, there's a lot of good to come out of it. There's some good people on YouTube, but the algorithm sucks. The fucking mindset behind it sucks. To make anything land, you have to be obsessed with it, which absolutely sucks because people have jobs. Who the fuck has time for this shit? I don't know. Anyway.
So despite all the fanfare that followed Chad Warden's legendary trolling endeavors, he would maintain a rather low profile online and did little to capitalize off his newly found fame. In fact, part 2 of his PS Triple video series was the last piece of content he ever uploaded to his channel. However, this wouldn't be the last time he was seen in video form on YouTube.
See, and that's another thing. Back then, starting a YouTube channel wasn't always about starting a foothold that you keep going. Sometimes it was just about, you have a funny idea, you post that, and that's it. If people want more, you give them more, but once it's run its course, that's it. You're just a normal guy. You had your fun, back to the real world. And, yeah, he did just that. But his legacy, I suppose, lived on through others who couldn't move on. For all the right reasons, I suppose. Nowadays, you very rarely see that. In fact, if people only have 2 videos on their channel, very rare they even blow up in the first place. Because you hardly ever find people who get big from just 1 or 2 videos. And usually they don't last that long. Which sucks, because there's some, like, one-hit wonders out there that actually 100% deserve more credit, more of their time in the sun, even just for that 1 or 2 video thing, you know? And, yeah, because this is gold, man. Fucking love it.
On December 4th, 2007, a video titled Pinto Beansy was uploaded to a channel called Nguyen05, which
Pinto
featured
Beansy?
Chad Warden out of character eating sushi at a restaurant with a small group of people.
I do like that. Lay on side. I'm fine. Now you can tap. Okay, so you're gonna die. Yes. I want to try some of this. Get out of here. Oh my god. I'm gonna love this. Now I'll let it dry in the sun. let it bathe in the sun. Where'd you get the wasabi? From my ass. It's a byproduct of me eating too many ribs.
It's presumed that Nguyen05 was the person holding the camera in this video, and was likely some friend or family member of Chad. Now, as I said previously, Chad is using his normal speaking voice here, seemingly an unremarkable observation, but it holds a lot of weight in the context of Chad Warden and his online persona, as this proved to the last bastion of Chad Warden haters that he was indeed playing a character in those PS Triple videos, which essentially forced them to admit that they had been trolled. Conversely, though, the video was also perceived as an unwanted fourth wall breach by many of his fans, who hope that he maintained that same gangster persona in real life as he portrayed in his videos.
See, and this is where the whole parasocial behavior of YouTube stands truly began, I suppose, because you have some people who just, even back then, believed that people who had a certain persona would just be like that 24/7. No, it was an act. It was a bit of fun. Do you really think they're gonna, like, fake it till they make it and method act that persona until it becomes them even outside of that, when they're just doing it for fun? No, it's an act. Let it go.
Regardless of opinion, this Chad Warden sushi video was removed shortly after it was uploaded, but many re-uploaded versions would take its place and would quickly spread across YouTube. What followed was another long period of absence from Chad, which would ultimately turn into a more permanent one, as months—
Well, that just seems like a fun, wholesome moment, you know? Like, you love to see it. Even though it's not really anything to do with building up the Chad Warden's persona, as good as it was just so beloved by the fans at the time that they just wanted him to be in that persona 24/7. But I kind of find it nice, not only as a confirmation to the people who still believe that he was genuine, that yes, it was a troll, but it's just nice to see a wholesome moment where he's just hanging out, you know, just being himself, puts things in perspective, and makes you realize that he's just a guy on the internet having fun, and that makes him all the more relatable, you know, because if he genuinely was that character in the video, yeah, like, I think the hate would be warranted. Maybe take it less seriously, because it ain't worth going to friggin' war over it, but still. But when you find that, yeah, it's clearly just he's just having a laugh, you know, and then you see something like that, it's nice to see.
Later, on May 2nd of 2008, Chad Warden's channel was abruptly closed, not terminated, but voluntarily removed. No
Aww.
explanation from Chad has ever been given as to the reason for the sudden removal of his channel. There's been a prominent rumor floating around that suggests that the Win 05 video that featured Chad eating sushi was uploaded to YouTube without his permission. The thought here being that Nguyen may have accidentally undermined Chad Warden's troll persona, causing embarrassment and leading him to take down his channel. However, this is only speculation by fans, and I feel like the theory holds little weight, especially when you consider the fact that Chad Warden's channel was removed almost 5 months after the sushi video was posted to YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I don't know. I mean, he could have been embarrassed about it. It could just be the fact that he wanted people to know him by that persona on the internet and didn't want it to, like, cross with who he is in real life. But at the same time, personally, I find it nice to know what the guy's like in real life, because it helps to put things in perspective and shows us that he's just an average Joe having fun, which is nice to see. And plus, it was a fun moment. Nowhere near as entertaining as his persona, obviously, but, like, it wasn't meant to be entertaining. It was just meant to be a fun little memento, as opposed to his actual persona videos, which are straight up made to just make you laugh or cry in hate. Which, props to him, man. He did such a fucking great job.
The gap in my mind that raises doubt that this was the cause and effect scenario that many suggest occurred. Regardless, we've never really gotten an explanation from Chad Warden why he removed his channel. Re-uploads of his content still exist today, but no official word has ever been given. So what actually happened to Chad Warden after he became a famous YouTube troll? Well, in recent years, the internet has gotten some answers to this very question. It all starts on February 21st of 2013, the same.
I mean, it would be nice if someone from the OG YouTube like that made a comeback, even if it's just another one-off video, or featuring in someone else's video. But still, like, not expecting anything from that. He's had his fun, he's moved on, he's probably got a job, a family of his own to provide for now, he's got other things to worry about. But part of me would still love to see it nevertheless.
Same day that Sony announced the PS4 to the world. On 4chan, a photo was posted by a guy claiming to be Chad Warden. After dropping this photo, the anonymous poster abandoned the thread, making some doubt that it was really him. But since this 4chan thread went up, the guy in this photo has shown up at various concerts, conventions, and gaming-related events, with attendees at these respective events confirming that it's the real guy. Chad was first seen at Super Magfest 2016 by Redditor No Thanks Already 8. Super Magfest is a Maryland-based gaming convention. The photo with Chad reads, "Met Chad Daddy at Magfest," or should I say Chadfest. In 2017, former Polygon video creator Nick Robinson took a photo with Chad Warden at Coachella 2017. The caption reads, "Hanging out with my friend Chad Warden." At Shadowlink posted this photo he took at Super Magfest 2018. The caption reads, "Just met Chad Warden." The last Chad Warden sightings I have for you come from October of 2019. These were
just spotted a wild Chad Warden in the tall grass. Watch out. A wild Chad Warden sighting in his natural habitat.
Taken by a couple of smashers at a Virginia-based Smash Brothers tournament. At Preston Kwan posted, "After our top 8 on Saturday, Shears organized the Salty Sweet at a local bar. Here's Stranded and Lodo, the legend Chad Warden, and all the Japanese players, plus honorary J player John. Got
That's
Chad
awesome.
Warden at the
That
Get
awesome.
Thunder app Salty Sweet." This guy is definitely the real Chad Warden. There's too many people backing up the claim. It looks like Chad's still out there and he's living his best life. Now, for those watching who are already familiar with deep Chad Warden lore, I want to address the elephant in the room. That elephant being the LinkedIn account. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, in 2017, someone was able to prove that the name Chad Warden was actually a YouTube alias, and found Chad Warden's real name using a now deleted LinkedIn profile. So Chad Warden is a fake made-up name. Now, do you want to know the real name of the guy behind Chad Warden?
Honestly, I kind of knew it was a made-up name. Like, the first name might have been real, Chad, but I mean, if it was just a persona, what are the chances of him using his full-ass real name? I mean, I'm not using my real name. What do you think, I'm a fucking dumbass? Hell no. So, I'm not surprised about that, honestly. Like, not surprised one bit.
His name is... Sorry guys, I'm not gonna tell you it here. Now let me explain why I'm blueballing you here. This LinkedIn profile I'm talking about was deleted by Chad Warden after he realized that people had made the connection between his online persona and his real government name. So out of respect for Chad and his desire to not have his real government name associated with his old internet persona from over a decade ago, I'm just not gonna say it here. It's not that hard to find though. But I will share with you the information that the internet found off of this LinkedIn page. Turns out that Chad ended up graduating from Virginia Tech University and landed a cush accounting job for a large firm based out of Washington, D.C. There was even a picture of him holding a kid on this old LinkedIn profile, so it's possible that Chad Daddy is actually daddied up. Oh, and it said he was both fluent in English and Spanish, so there's that too. So yeah, I'd say he's living as ballin' as possible.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, guys, that's pretty much the story of Chad Warden, aka. I find it remarkable how many people hold nostalgic memories for this guy and his videos, as I see him commonly referenced in meme form even to this day. Perhaps for many he represents a simpler time on YouTube, a time where one guy can rile up the entire community just by talking shit about the Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii. Whatever the case, Chad Warden will go down as one of the greatest trolls in internet history, and he'll continue to ball on these haters in his Cadillac until he's 6 feet under. Let me know what you guys thought about this video down below in the comment section, and let me know who or what you want me to talk about next.
Will do.
Major shout out to my patrons.
Well, there we go. That was that. So yeah, I gotta say, that was a good video. Very informative, very fun. Very much enjoyed that one. Again, the only reason why I don't really hold much nostalgia for the guy is simply because I just wasn't on the internet at the time, and by the time I got onto the internet, probably both of those videos were probably like old news by that point. Probably still circulating through the people who had seen them, obviously, because they wouldn't be that old news. I mean, nowadays, if a video is more than a year old, people forget about it. Back then, it would have taken at least 2 to 3 years before, you know, people start moving on from things. Like, again, nowadays, people like me, because we grew up in that era, we still remember the old shit. We still remember all of these old internet memes and funny things that we saw back in the day. I mean, as I said, that is the reason why I'm reacting to this, because if I were reacting to it like something that I knew, like ASDF or fucking Vanos Gaming, that would just be nostalgia, because I grew up with that shit. I'm not witnessing anything new here. I'm not being introduced to anything. I'm just watching stuff I've watched ages ago and reintroducing myself to it. Some of which I'm not even reintroducing myself to it because I still watch it to this day. Yeah, I haven't seen the ASDF movies in ages, but I still watch the old Vanos videos because they're just that good. Especially the animated shit. Oh my god, Team 6, man. Fucking Team 6. That was so good. But, yeah, I genuinely missed out on this Chad Warden thing. So, yeah, this is definitely something new and something interesting to find out about. And it still gave me a sense of nostalgia for the old days of YouTube, simply because things were simpler back then. And you love to see it, you know? So yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this one. For now, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. If you have anything to say, by all means, comment. I'd appreciate you doing so. And subscribe for more. But, as for now, I'd say that was that. That's my little reaction to the, Chad Warden saga. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, until we meet again. For now, I'm just gonna do one little thing before we end off the video, and then we can finally call it quits. So yeah, there we go. Since he's not gonna reveal it, I will. Until next time, people, take care, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the future. Let's pull the blanket off and see the real name of Chad Warden.